the grid computing subject. So in this we're having some contents, that is evaluation of SOA and introduction to grid architecture and standards, elements of grid computing and grid architecture. So these are the different things we are going to explain in this topic. Okay, ma? One second, ma. So, okay, coming to the evaluation of software as a service, SOA service. So, in this evaluation, oriented architecture, software oriented architecture. Sorry, software oriented architecture SOA has evolved over the years. So, SOA applies the building grids, clouds, grids of clouds, clouds of. So, coming to this, ma. So, are you able to hear my voice, ma? So coming to this, software as a software service-oriented architecture has evolved over the years. Okay, so many years we are going to develop this from so many years to we are going to develop this software service-oriented architecture. So SOA is applies the building grids, clouds, grids of clouds, clouds of grids, clouds of clouds. These are also known as inter clouds and systems of the systems in general. So it means what, ma? So service oriented architecture అనేది so many years నుంచి developing లో ఉంది. Service oriented architecture. This service oriented architecture applies for building the grids, clouds. So grids, clouds, grids of clouds, clouds of grids, clouds of clouds. So in order to build that, we are using the service oriented architecture. Service oriented architecture is nothing but it provides the service to the grids, clouds, grids of clouds, clouds of grids and clouds to clouds. So this is we can also say it is a intra clouds and system of systems in general. So a large number of sensors provide data. A large number of sensors provides the data, that is collection services denoted as SSS, sensor service. So what we are denoting, ma? Sensor services. So the large number of sensors provide data collection services, that is denoted as a sensor service, that is in shortcut SS. A sensor can be a Zigbee device, a Bluetooth device, a Wi-Fi access point, a personal computer or GPA or a wireless phone, among other things. So these are comes under the sensor services. So what is the sensor services, ma? Zigbee devices, a Bluetooth devices, a Wi-Fi access point, a personal computer, a GPA and or a wireless phone, among other things. These are comes under some sensor services. So a large number of sensors provide the collection of services denoted as sensor service. Okay, na? So the Bluetooth, the raw data is. So that if this is the architecture of the service oriented architecture. Okay, so the raw data is collected by sensor network. The raw data is collected the sensor network, collected the sensor services. The raw data is nothing but it collects the sensor services. All the SS devices interact with a large or small computers. So whatever the sensor services we have discussed now. So what are the sensor services, ma? Zigbee device, Bluetooth device, Wi-Fi access point, personal computers, GPA, wireless phones. These are the sensor services. So these are interacted with the large or small computers. Many form of grids, database and the compute cloud and storage cloud and filter cloud, the discovery cloud and so on. So what are the small computers, ma? It can be interacted with. So whatever the sensor devices we are talking about, that those are interacted with these type of things like computers, computers, many forms of grids, database and compute cloud, the storage cloud, filter cloud, discovery cloud. These are the different types of devices which is interacted with. These sensor devices are interacted. So these are the different types of devices which is interacted with that. So filter services, FS. What is mean by filter service? FS. So in this we are having everything. If you see the diagram, in this diagram we are having the FS, FS, FS. So wherever you are seeing there is our FS. FS is a filter service. So whatever the service you are giving to that, the service is filter in that. Okay, na? SS is in the boxes. If you see the surrounding of this boundary, surrounding of this, we are having SSSS. Okay, na? This is the sensor services. FS is the filter service. So sensor services will be provide the service. So that service taken by the FS. FS is the whatever the filter service. That whatever the service they have taken, that will be filtered. So filter cloud, we are seeing here filter cloud, storage cloud, and compute cloud. These are the different types of clouds we are having. Another grid, another service, another grid, database. These are taking the services. These are taking the services, and whatever the services they have taken, that is filtered, filtered in the cloud. Okay, na? Everything is filtered in the cloud. So okay, na? So FS is a filter service are used to eliminate unwanted raw data. So whatever the data we are not using, the data is eliminated by the filter service, and whatever the things they are using, they are filtered in the cloud. That is the filter service. And in order to respond a specific request from the web, the grid, and the web services, a collection of filter, a collection of filter services forms a collection of filter services forms a filter cloud. So what I'm saying, so whatever the information we are taking from the devices, that can be services from the that can be filtered in the filter cloud. Okay, na? Filter cloud, and the filter services will be filtered in the information will be filtered in the cloud. So unwanted raw data will be deleted, and in order to respond that, we specific request from the web. Okay, na? So a collection of filter services forms a filter cloud. So whatever the collection of services, so FS మీరు ఇక్కడ కరెక్ట్గా అబ్జర్వ్ చేస్తే ఇమేజ్లో మనకి ఎక్కడైతే బాక్స్ రెక్టాంగులర్ షేప్స్లో వచ్చి FS అనేది ఉంది. సో ఆ కలెక్షన్ ఆఫ్ FSని ఏమంటారంటే ఫిల్టర్స్ క్లౌడ్ అంటాం. ఒక ఫిల్టర్ క్లౌడ్ కలెక్షన్ ఆఫ్ ఫిల్టర్ సర్వీసెస్ ఇస్ కాల్డ్ filter cloud. Okay, na? FS filter services forms a filter cloud. So we will cover the various clouds of compute. We can cover the various cloud of various kind of cloud compute storage. Okay, na? We can cover the various clouds of compute storage, filter, and discovery. This is the compute cloud, storage cloud. These are we are covering. These things are we are going to cover. So what is that? A collection of filter service forms a filter cloud. Okay, na? So a group of filter services తీసుకుంటే ఒక ఫిల్టర్ క్లౌడ్ అని క్యాలిక్యులేట్ చేస్తాం. ఓకేనా? సో ఏ ఇది ఎన్ని థింగ్స్ని కవర్ చేస్తుందంటే దిస్ ఫిల్టర్ సర్వీసెస్ కవర్స్ ఆల్ ద వేరియస్ క్లౌడ్స్ ఫర్ కంప్యూట్, స్టోరేజ్. ఇక్కడ చూస్తే కంప్యూట్ ఉంది, కింద చూడండి మా డయాగ్రామ్లో కంప్యూట్ క్లౌడ్, స్టోరేజ్ క్లౌడ్, ఈ థింగ్స్ అన్నిటిని కవర్ చేస్తుంది అనమాట. ఓకేనా? దిస్ ఫిల్టర్స్ క్లౌడ్ అనేది. ఓకేనా? అండ్ డిస్కవరీ, దీస్ థింగ్స్ ఆర్ కవర్డ్ బై దిస్ ఫిల్టర్ క్లౌడ్. అండ్ the various grids, P2P networks, and IoTs we are discussed in the latter chapters. So we are going to see this image. In this image we are having there different services, that is filter service and sensor services. These are taken the informations and stored in the filter cloud. Okay na? So this is the service oriented architecture. So the processing this data will generate useful information. So when we are processing these things of data, will generate a useful information and subsequently the knowledge for all the daily use. So whatever the information ma మీరు నార్మల్గా చూసుకుంటే మీరు క్లౌడ్ వాటెవర్ ద ఇన్ఫర్మేషన్, జీమెయిల్ అనుకోండి, జీమెయిల్ అనేది కూడా ఒక క్లౌడ్ లాంటిది. క్లౌడ్లోనే మీరు డేటా స్టోర్ చేస్తున్నారు. మీ జీమెయిల్లో మీకు కావాల్సిన ఇన్ఫర్మేషన్ అంతా దాంట్లో స్టోర్ చేస్తారు డేటా. ఫైల్స్ అని, ఇమేజెస్ అని, వీడియోస్ అని అన్నీ మీరు మెయిల్లో స్టోర్ చేస్తారు. ఎందుకు? ఇట్ విల్ బి కీప్ సేఫ్. ఓకే, సేఫ్గా ఉంచుతాయని. ఎప్పుడైనా మీకు యూస్ఫుల్ అయితే చూసుకుంటారు, స్టడీ చేసుకుంటారు, గ్యాదర్ చేసుకుంటారు. సో ఏదైనా డేటా మీ మెయిల్లో కాకుండా లేని ఇన్ఫర్మేషన్ని గ్యాదర్ చేయాలి అనుకుంటే మీరు ఇంటర్నెట్ యూస్ చేస్తారు. సో ఇంటర్నెట్ ద్వారా ఇన్ఫర్మేషన్ని గ్యాదర్ చేస్తారు. సో అదంతా ఇంటర్నెట్ అంటే ఏంటి? క్లౌడ్లో ఉన్న ఇన్ఫర్మేషన్ని మీరు తీసుకుంటున్నారు. వాట్ ఎవర్ ద డేటా యూ వాంట్, యూ విల్ బి యాక్సెస్ దట్ డేటా త్రూ ద ఇంటర్నెట్. సో ఏ డేటా కావాలనుకుంటే ఆ డేటా మీరు డైలీ మీరు నెట్ ద్వారా ఆ డేటాని యాక్సెస్ చేస్తున్నారు. ఓకేనా? సో అలాంటి ఫెసిలిటీస్ అనేది మనకి దాన్ని ఏమంటారంటే సర్వీస్ ఓరియంటెడ్ అంటాం. సర్వీస్ అనేది మనం గెయిన్ చేసుకుంటున్నాం, మనం సర్వీస్ తీసుకుంటున్నాము, సర్వీస్ ప్రొవైడ్ చేస్తున్నాం. టూ థింగ్స్ అనేది జరుగుతుంది ఇక్కడ. సో దాని సర్వీస్ ఓరియంటెడ్ ఆర్కిటెక్చర్ ఇమేజ్ ఇది. ఓకేనా? ఇవన్నీ ఏంటంటే సర్వీస్ సెన్సార్ సిస్టమ్స్ అంటే త్రూ సెన్సార్స్ ద్వారా కూడా మనం డేటా యాక్సెస్ చేయాలి. వైర్లెస్, ఇప్పుడు నేను సిస్టమ్ యూజ్ చేస్తున్నాను, ఇంటర్నెట్ యూజ్ చేస్తున్నాను, దీని ద్వారా కేబుల్స్ ఉన్నాయి. అదే నేను మొబైల్ ద్వారా డేటాని యాక్సెస్ చేస్తున్నానంటే దట్ ఈస్ వైర్లెస్. సో సెన్సార్ అంటే ఏదైనా కావచ్చు. సెన్సార్ అంటే బ్లూటూత్, వైఫై అండ్ వేరియస్ థింగ్స్ వీ హ్యావ్ డిస్కస్డ్ ఇన్ దిస్ ప్రీవియస్ జిగ్బీ devices. These are the different GPA, personal computers. These are the different things we can access the internet. These are the wireless. Okay na? So sensor, we can say it is a sensor devices, sensor systems. Whatever it will be provide the service, through that we can access the service also and we can provide services also. So whatever the services we are providing, that can be taken by the filter services. The filter services will be check whatever the necessary information they need, they will be filter that, and raw data will be, and waste, raw is nothing but waste data, the waste data will be eliminated. And that is the working of this service oriented architecture. The most distributed, so wisdom or intelligence is started in a large knowledge basis. So we can intelligently we have take the decisions based on the biological machine wisdom. Readers will see in this structure clearly. Okay na? So most distributed systems requires a web interfaces or portal. So most distributed systems and whatever the information we are going to distribute, information means files, data, so we are distributing through through the web interfaces or portal. The raw data collected by a large number of sensors. The raw data collected by a large number of sensors to be transformed into useful information or knowledge. The data stream may go through sequence of compute, storage, filter and discovery clouds. Okay na? So what I told that whatever the here we are having storage cloud, compute cloud, okay, discovery. So these are things, these are the sensors. So these are the sensor. The data stream may be go through sequence of compute, storage, discovery and discovery. Okay, these all things we can say inter service messages. These are things we can say, see here having the dark arrow line, black color. So these are called the inter service messages. So here we are having discovery cloud and here we are having storage cloud and compute. These are things works through the sequence. In the sequence process it will be work. Okay, finally the inter service messages converge at the portal. So if you see that inter service message, upper we having portal in the oval shape. So portal, okay na, which is accessed by all users. See upper we are having computer, laptop, mobile user. These are the users. They will access the information from this portal. So from this portal they will provide the services, they will access the services. Okay na, this is called the portal. The user will be access this information from the service oriented architecture. Finally the two examples we are having: portal, OGFCE and Hub 0, and are described in section latter section. So now we are using both web services, portlet and web 2.0 gadget technologies. Many distributed programming models are also built on top of these basic constructs. So this is called the complete working of the service oriented architecture. Now we are going to discuss about the grids versus clouds. Now coming to the the boundary between grid and clouds, or getting blurred. So the boundary between grid and cloud are getting blurred in recent years. So already I told this point in the previous class. So these two, grid and cloud, will be become very blurred because technology is developing more and more than grid and cloud. So that is why it will be blur means ఎక్కువగా యూజ్ చేయరని అంటే వచ్చే టెక్నాలజీని ఇప్పుడు వచ్చే నవేడేస్ వచ్చే టెక్నాలజీ కన్నా గ్రిడ్ అండ్ క్లౌడ్ అనేది వెరీ ఇంపార్టెంట్ టాపిక్. బట్ ఇప్పుడు టెక్నాలజీ అనేది ఇంకా ఇంప్రూవ్ అవుతా ఉంది. సో గ్రిడ్ అండ్ క్లౌడ్లో కన్నా ఇంకా ఎక్కువగా ఇంప్రూవ్ అవుతుంది కాబట్టి ఫ్యూచర్లో ఈ టూ టెక్నాలజీస్ అనేది తక్కువగా యూజ్ చేసే ఛాన్సెస్ ఉంది. సో ఇట్ మీన్స్ దే ఆర్ సేయింగ్ the boundary between grid and clouds are getting blurred in recent years. For web services, workflow technologies for web services, workflow technologies are used to coordinate or orchestrate service with certain specification used to define a critical business process model such as two-phase transactions. Okay, na two-phase transactions in generally in a grid system applies static resource while a cloud emphasizes the elastic resource. So grid and cloud means what is we are differentiating this grid and cloud. Grid means what? Grid అనేది static resources grid లో static resources ఉంటాయి and cloud లో మనకి elastic resources ఉంటాయి. ఓకేనా? సో static resources, elastic resources. So the example of this, sorry ma, so here we are using the in this approach we are used in workflow the BPEL. BPEL is the web service standard and several important workflow approaches including Pegasus and Trident and Shift. In all approaches, one is building a collection of services which together and a part of distributed computing problem. So in the grid server, we are going to discuss about the grid versus cloud ma. Grid ki cloud ki difference enti. So grid and cloud gurinchi ఎక్కువగా మనం డిస్కస్ చేస్తే రీసెంట్ ఇయర్స్లో మనకి దీని గురించి ఎక్కువగా అనేది యూటిలైజ్ చేయట్లేదు. అంటే it is getting very blurred in the recent years. So the web services workflow technologies are used to coordinate the services with certain specific used to define critical business process models such as transactions, two-phase transactions. So in this we are using the BPEL web service standard and several important workflow approaches used in workflow. Okay, so this is the difference of versus of grid and cloud. Okay, next we are going to discuss about introduction to grid architecture and standards. Introduction to grid architecture and standards. Grid computing. Now coming to the grid computing. So what is meant by grid computing? So grid computing system. Okay. So now coming to the grid computing system. So coming to grid computing. A grid computing is a distributed coming to the grid computing ma. So in a introduction to grid architecture and standards. So okay, so grid computing system. So a grid computing is a form of distributed computing whereby super and virtual computer is composed of a cluster of networked loosely coupled computers acting in a concern to perform very large tasks. So grid computing is what? In this grid computing is nothing but it is a distributed computing. So in this we are having super and virtual computers. It is composed of cluster of network. So it is loosely coupled computers acting to concern to perform a large task. So grid computing అనేది large task ని perform చేయడానికి perform చేస్తుంది. It will be enacting to perform a very large task. So in this we are having the super and virtual computers that will be distributed in nature. So grid computing is a distributed in nature. So in this we are having the super and virtual computers in order to perform a very large complex task. So that is the grid system. Grid computing is a growing technology that facilitates the executions of large scale resource and intensive applications on geographically distributed computing resources. So computing technology అనేది grid computing technology అనేది ఎక్కువగా developing technology అనేది ఎక్కువగా growing అనేది జరుగుతూ ఉంది. So that facilitates the execution of large scale resources. So it means in the grid technology, whenever the technology is improving, so it is trying to execute the large scale resources and intensive applications of the geographical distributed in nature. Geographical distributed in nature ante entma, so everyone is going to utilize. So grid can be everyone can going to utilize that grid. It is a geographically distributed computing resource and facilitates flexible, secure, coordinate, large-scale resources sharing among dynamic collections of individuals, institutions, and resources. So these are the things we are going to done in the grid computing. So flexible ga untundi, security అనేది ఉంటుంది. సెక్యూరిటీ కంపేర్ టు ద క్లౌడ్ గ్రిడ్లో అంత ఎక్కువ సెక్యూరిటీ ఉండదమ్మా, చాలా లెస్ సెక్యూరిటీ అనేది ఉంటుంది. బట్ కంపేర్ టు ద గ్రిడ్, కంపేర్ టు ద క్లౌడ్ ఇట్ ఈస్ లెస్ ఇన్ ద గ్రిడ్ కంప్యూటింగ్. సో లార్జ్ స్కేల్ రిసోర్సెస్ని షేర్ చేస్తుంది అండ్ లార్జ్ టాస్క్ని ఎవాల్యుయేట్ చేస్తుంది అండ్ డైనమిక్ కలెక్షన్స్ ఆఫ్ ఇండివిజువల్స్, ఇన్స్టిట్యూషన్స్ అండ్ రిసోర్సెస్ దీస్ ఆర్ బి అకర్డ్ ఇన్ దిస్ గ్రిడ్ కంప్యూటింగ్. So communities enable virtual organization to stay geographical distributed resources as they pursue common goals. So okay, so this is called the grid computing. In this grid computing, whatever the services or we have the service oriented, flexible, seamless sharing of heterogeneous network of resources for compute intensive and data intensive tasks to provide the faster throughput and scalability at lower cost. So whenever grid computing lo manam work anedi faster gaane untundi, whatever the task we are evaluating that will be very fast and according to the cost it will be low. Okay na? So the ability of share resources across geographically makes the grid really attractive. So geographical means what ma? So in the through the grid ద్వారా మనం geographical అంటే ఏంటి, wherever you go you can share the resources. So that is very really attractive. The grid provides virtualization of heterogeneous results that give the better management of resources. So this is called the grid computing system. So overall ga few points lo cheppalante, grid anedi distributed in nature. So grid anedi manam grid ద్వారా మనం లార్జ్ టాస్క్ ని మనం ఎవాల్యుయేట్ చేస్తాం, లార్జ్ టాస్క్ ని పర్ఫామ్ చేస్తాం. ఓకేనా? సో ఇందులో మనకి ఏముంటాయమ్మా, సూపర్ కంప్యూటర్ అండ్ వర్చువల్స్ ఉంటాయి. ఓకేనా? సూపర్ కంప్యూటర్ అండ్ వర్చువల్ కంప్యూటర్స్ ఉంటాయి. So through that we are going to perform a large complex tasks. Okay na? So that is the overall. So it will be geographically share the resources. So it is very really attractive and this is called the grid computing system. Okay na? Next coming to criteria for a grid. So before going to criteria of the grid, so if you see the here computational grids is a hardware and software. Computational grid is a hardware and software infrastructure. Computational grid is a hardware and software infrastructure. Okay, infrastructure that provides the dependable, consistent, pervasive and inexpensive access to high end of computational capabilities. Okay, so a grid is a type of parallel and distributed system that enables for sharing the autonomous resources, dynamically ensuring the user's quality of service. Okay, so grid computing has known as number of other names such as grid computing ki so many names unnai. Okadachi grid ani call cheyachu, computational grid anachu, computing on demand anachu, on demand computing. So these are the different names we are calling for the grid. So Okay na. So this is the goals. This is the goals of the grid computing. Okay na. So we will discuss in the next class, ma. Hello, dear students. Hello,
Yes,
ma.
ma'am.
Can I take in the next class, ma? So I'm stopping from here. This is the goals. So these goals will be explained in the next class because other madam is waiting for this system. So we don't have more systems in present in the college. So okay, ma.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay, ma. Thank you.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay, thank you, ma.